Mike, you look fresh, recovered from your bowl experience.
That's right.
Mighty Texas. First of all, I turn on the TV on these New Year's Day games, and it's January 2nd in this case, and I want to see warm weather. I want to feel refreshed and warm. I was chilled watching these guys. What was the atmosphere like in the old Cotton Bowl? Just quick, briefly, it didn't look very full either.
It wasn't very full, and the weird thing about the Cotton Bowl is until fairly recently it seated 60-some thousand. Nobody plays there regularly. Why did they expand it to 92,000? So they could get an empty stadium once a year for this. Obviously they could pack it for Texas, Oklahoma, but that's one game a year. On the other hand, the Cotton Bowl is pretty cool. A retro kind of a stadium. I like the Cotton Bowl a lot, and I like Dallas a lot. I like Dallas more than I expected to. And it was really nice and warm, like 70 degrees and sunny and perfect for the couple days leading up to the game. But the game itself was chilly, and then the day after that was chilly too. So it was not what it was not what you hope for in that standpoint, and it wasn't what you hope for in terms of an effort. I didn't think from Penn State.
It appeared that the players needed to get a little bit warmer. They just we're going to start with the first series. Yes, everybody thought they could run the ball, and they did. Silas Red started to run the ball early on, and it was a 3rd and 1, and I thought they could have. I think you agree they could have maybe even run the ball in that situation. But Bolden throws an easy passage. One that the receiver was open, but threw it clearly over his head like on a 5-yard out that would have given the first. And I thought right then, Penn State's in trouble, because then you can see Houston's going to bring their linebackers up. They're going to, and it was a disgusting game to watch. And
I'm going to go even before that. All week long, leading up to the game, Tom Bradley talked about, I've been in a lot of bowl games, and you have to get up to speed with the speed of the game in the first quarter. Particularly in this case, with the way Houston plays, you win the toss, don't you want to get the ball first? And then don't you want to run the ball and move the chains and slow the game down? So they run, so it's 3rd and 1. Now you're going to make, what Rob Bolden is, so let's make his first throw of the game be one where he has to complete it, or the offense is off the field and Houston's offense is back on. You know what I mean?
A little pressure there, sure.
I just thought that. And then very little of the Wildcat stuff.
Yes.
And then beginning of the 3rd quarter, they got the ball first. They ran some Wildcat. They put a nice drive together. I'm not saying they were going to win the game, because the fundamental thing about this game was that Penn State's defense could not stop the basic things that Houston does offensively, which are very impressive. Right. And they've got a great quarterback and a great designed passing game. That's what the game was about. I'm not saying Penn State was going to win the game, but I didn't think they were ready to play. I didn't think they were well prepared to play, and I thought that the game plan and the football stuff with under Tom Bradley's brief tenure as the interim head coach, I thought really left a lot to be desired, and they lost 3 out of the 4 games where he was the head coach.
Right. 1-3 record. I thought this game sealed the fate of the coaching staff. Maybe Larry Johnson or the linebacker coach. Somebody on defense comes back to help out the new coach. But in the press conference afterward, somebody asked him, did you think about going to a 3-4 lineman or put 3 linemen, drop more people back in coverage? I didn't mess with what they were doing. I wasn't working with them during the week. I wanted them just to do their thing. I thought, you've been a defensive coordinator for all these years. Why would you not help out these new guys doing that job? It just didn't make sense.
He put himself in a position, when he got the job, he put himself in the position of being a crisis manager. And in terms of the sort of broad picture of managing the program as a CEO and keeping everybody informed and so forth, I think he did a great job with that. And he's a great guy. He is a terrific guy and I think a great defensive coordinator. But in terms of the football stuff, in terms of coaching the football team, and let's try to win games, I think what he did was very strange. Like you said, he stepped back from the defense, and he really didn't have any take at all on the offense. So
what were you doing during
the
game?
What were you doing? I don't know. I love Bradley, but I thought in football terms, it was a very strange tenure for him.
One more quick question with that. Was there any other options besides Bolden? As this game's going on, you're like, this guy's not doing it again. Could they have put anybody else in? What about Paul Jones? Was he even there? Anybody else? Who's the backup quarterback?
Paul Jones was not there because he was not academically eligible. He could not make a 2.0, which does not bode well for his future, to say the least. And their quarterback situation is not good because Rob Bolden continues to regress, does not know how to play quarterback. And that's going to be a problem for the new guy going forward, which we will discuss
in our other segment. Can we say Skyler Morningwig, the guy that's in high school now in Philly, Morningwig's son, maybe he'll come and start as a freshman for Penn State?
Maybe he will.
Please come.
It's entirely possible.